These are the Transformers Armada, Thundercracker, and Skywarp. Big thanks to my buddy Ray for sending me these two figures. These are basically the sort of redecos of Armada Starscream with varying head sculpts, of course, and Skywarp has some changes in the tail fins and all that. Very small changes, but basically the engineering and probably 90% of the sculpt is Armada Starscream. Man, I'm just so happy to have this, because if you have a Starscream, you're always going to need Thundercracker and Skywarp to complete the Seekers. Let's get these bad boys out of packaging. And here are Thundercracker and Skywarp out of packaging. And they look great together with Armada Starscream. Both figures come with their own Minicon companions. We have Zapmaster for Thundercracker and Thunderclash for Skywarp. Okay, now both figures look to be repaints, but only Thundercracker is the direct repaint of Starscream, while Skywarp is a bit of a retool. As you can see, they've changed the nose cone of the jet mode. The head sculpt is actually pretty different, as well as the tail fins. Right here, you will see kind of have some of G1 Thrust's tail fins. So he's a little bit of a redeco, okay? But the articulation, the transformation, and even the electronics, the sound effect gimmicks are relatively the same. There's a slight change in the pitch of the sounds, probably because of deterioration, but the sound effects are basically the same. So the sound effects of the cockpit is the same as Starscream. A little bit slower with Thundercracker, and it's not a battery issue because I replaced the batteries of both of these figures. Incidentally, when I opened them up, the batteries were still working. None of the batteries have leaked. 20 years they've been stuck inside these figures, and no leakage, no corrosion, and they still worked. How awesome is that? But just to be on the safe side, I replaced all the batteries, and yeah, you can see he's really much slower. Now, if you attach the Minicon underneath, this button right here depresses and it does a different sound. And it's the same for these two figures. If you depress the buttons right here, it's about the same. Again, slight difference in pitch. Now, just like the Starscream, if you put the Minicon here, you can activate some sounds. If you push him back, there's that swooshing sound. The jet swoosh sounds. Now, if you press the Minicon onto that small button, it launches, or it activates the cannons and the spring-loaded cannon. The same is true with Thundercracker. His sound is a little bit slower despite new batteries. Now, they did change something with Thunderclash. Let me just point that out. These are supposed to be his hands, and when you transform him, they're supposed to have elbows. But somewhere along the line, they changed it. They went cheap. If you notice right here, Thunderclash does have that extra joint right there, which is not present. And that joint is really to allow you to connect him to Skywarp properly, so that the hands don't interfere. But in this regard, the hands kind of interfere. So let me just, okay, fold him up like this. If you put him on Skywarp, it's not going to work with the missiles on. So what you need to do is fold the delta wings like that, and that will allow you to connect Thunderclash right there without being hindered. So we get the same sounds, same electronics, just differences in pitch. So transformation, let's begin with Thundercracker, since he's essentially the same as Starscream. So split this and Zap Master, just like that. Now Thundercracker, fold these back, fold out the arms, and then fold out the hands. Okay, and the feet. Okay, and then heel spurs, and then fold these wings, and then the left wing is removable, and it does turn into the sword. So there. Okay, that's Thundercracker. And now on to Skywarp. You already seen me transform Thunderclash. And there you go. With that missing elbow. Pretty cool. And then Skywarp. Hands, arms. Okay. And then the torso. And then out pops his brand new head sculpt. I actually like this one. I love this crest right here. Kind of reminds me of another Decepticon from Beast Wars or something like that, but I just can't place him. Anyway, fold these. Come on. Down. And then just like Thundercracker and Starscream. Ooh. The sword is removable. Fold out the heel spurs. Just unfold the wing, and it will become his sword. Both Thundercracker and Skywarp in their robot modes. Looking very nice. I love the colors on Skywarp. Definitely my favorite between these two, Skywarp. I do love Thundercracker as well, but the colors of Skywarp are just really amazing. They just make the figure pop. And here are all three of them, once again, side by side in robot mode, together with their Minicons, also in robot mode. Sorry, I had to fix the arms. I apologize for not transforming Zap Master properly. So here they all are. They look terrific. I absolutely love these guys. They just look amazing together, and they're going to look great on your shelf. And so some final thoughts on these Transformers Armada, Skywarp, and Thundercracker figures. I think they're great. I mean, if you enjoyed the Armada Starscream mold, you're going to love these two. And if you get a Starscream, it's only, I think, logical to get Thundercracker and Skywarp, just so you can complete the whole Seeker team. I thoroughly enjoyed these figures, despite being repaints or heavy redecos like Skywarp. I think these Armada figures are one of the best in the line. If you're trying to start collecting the Armada series, these old toys, these three should be on the top of your list. Both figures are going to get a 9 out of 10. I was just really impressed with the redecos. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of these Transformers Armada, Skywarp, and Thundercracker. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.